Hey guys, it's Maymay, and I kind of have a little mess here, but we're going to do some fun stuff today. I think we are anyway. Today's scripture is from Ephesians 2:8, and it says, "For it is by grace that you have been saved by faith, and this is not from yourselves, it is the gift of God." And so today I'm going to use this little piece of paper that I printed out, just a small piece off of it, and I'm going to use this paper and make a gift. I think it'll be so cute because it's by grace that we're saved. It is a gift from God that we have been saved. And I think this will be kind of cute. So first thing I'm going to do, I want to cut this little piece of scripture out so I'll kind of know what size I'm working with. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this off of this page. And I probably should have printed some more stuff on this page while I was doing it, but I didn't. So it's going to be a little bit wasteful. I hate that, but sometimes I do that, you know. The good thing is I can put this into my scrap pile, and if I need paper to stamp off on or anything like that, I'll have this extra to do that with. So, just going to cut this little dude away. I thought this would be cute. Now, I have an idea I may do with this. That's why I needed to cut it down and see what size we're working with first. But I kind of thought I could use this as a tag on the box, like a gift tag. On the gift that I'm going to make. That's a little bit crooked, but it's really crooked, but maybe it won't matter. Y'all know me and all that. Okay, so if I'm going to turn this into the tag that hangs off of our gift box, oh, that's cute, isn't it? This is a little bit too big because this piece is an 8-inch piece of paper, and I don't want it that big. I think I'm going to cut this down to 6. Yeah, I'm going to cut it to 6 by 6. This came out of an 8 by 8 inch pad, paper pad. And so I'm going to cut this down. So my gift box is going to be this size. And then I'm going to let this be the little tag hanging off. Do you get where I'm going with that? I think it'll be cute. Now what I want to do is I want to make this is the only navy paper I could find for this. But I want to make like paper ribbon. So I'm going to cut these down into 1 inch. Just cut me some strips of 1-inch wide paper that I can use like ribbon to put down the box like it's been wrapped up. And then I'm going to make a bow also. But for the bow, I need a bigger strip. I think I'm going to do it at 1.5 inches. Yeah. Okay, so it's going to be kind of flat. I'm not going to put any dimension because it's going into my journal, but I want it to look like a gift. And I'm wondering if I should put this on the navy paper. Wonder how that would look. Nope, I'm going to put it on paper, but I don't think navy is the color. I think that'll be too blended in. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do then is I'm going to put this little piece down the middle and then trim away what I don't need because I want that to look like the ribbon on the package. As soon as I saw this scripture, I thought, oh, I'm going to play off of that word gift. That's what I want to use. And I have been getting ready for next month on the channel where I'm going to be doing Christmas in July. And so I've been spending some time on Pinterest getting some ideas, and gifts and Christmas, it's just in my head. So I thought this is a cool way to kind of get to do that, even though it's not Christmas themed at all. I'll try to get that in the middle as good as I can. That's really guessing. Probably should have turned it straight on to do it. There we go. Now I'm going to trim that bottom away. So I've got that ribbon. This paper has a pattern in it. You probably can't see it in the camera, but this little blue paper has like a linen weave in it. So it really, really lends itself well to the package look. Now my other thought was I might want to put another piece of the paper at the top. Let me get a scrap of it to make it look like a box lid. But I'm not 100% sure about that, because I think it may get lost anyway. I think I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to put the bow up here, and let me show you how we're going to do that. So this is that 1.5 inch piece that I cut, the ribbon looking piece, but I cut it down to 10 by 1.5 inches. I think that'll give me a better bow than having it 12 inches. It'll be so big. So I'm going to put this in at 5, and I'm going to punch the middle, just like that. Then I'm just going to flip it over and put it back in at 5 inches. I'm measuring down here. Punch that again. And then I'm going to take these edges, and I'm going to center inside the punch. Just center in the middle of that little box and punch there. And flip it around and do both sides that way. Just center it. Doesn't have to be perfect. We're going to do each end. You've probably seen people make bows using the envelope punch board before. they're pretty fun. Then what ends up happening is you have these pieces cut here, and then you have the center. You just bring that to the middle, and that gives you that bow look. Isn't that cute? I think it is. So I'm going to glue these into place now, and I will get something that looks like that. Cute enough. Okay, so let's just stick some glue down here. Stick some here just to hold them in place. And it's going to get flattened because it's in my book, and that's okay. I'm alright with it getting a little flat. I just think a gift was the thing to do. I could have done this really, really flat, but I think this will be cute to have just a little bit of dimension to it. So see, this gives us the look of a bow really quick. Okay, move this guy out of the way and get rid of our trash. Now, I cut this little strip off the top of that polka dotted paper. It's got like a little chevron look to it, and I thought this would be cute. I didn't trim it very good, or either that's the side that came out of the package, but I thought this would be cute to wrap around the middle of the bow instead of using the polka dot paper, just to kind of give it another look. And I'm not going to need very much of this to wrap around that bow, I know that for sure, because it ain't going to hold very much. So let's just see. Let's do it something like that. Wrap that to the back and wrap this to the back. Cute. Trim this away and glue it down. So this is going to be like the first part. So there's the top of our bow like that. Now I want some little tails coming down, and let me show you how we're going to do that. Back to the envelope punch board. I have two pieces here that are the same width, that 1.5 inches, and they are, how long are these? These are 4 inches long. I'm going to take this and I'm going to center it into the punch up at the top, just eyeball centering it across the top here. I'm going to punch, and that's going to be the bottom of our ribbon. See that? That paper is not very good. So that'll be the bottom part, and then I'm going to do that half thing I did before on the top of both sides, that little notch in. And do the other one just so it kind of goes in case it's an issue, in case it shows. I don't want it to be really wide there, really flat at the top. So there's one ribbon. So this one we're going to go right to the center of the first time, like that, and then we're going to center it in the middle. I've moved it over. Okay, and then we'll flip it. I'm going to do the same thing, just putting the edge of the paper in the middle of the punch. So let's clear that up. The first time we put the whole piece in the center, that's for the bottom. Turn it around, and then we take the edge of the paper and center it on both sides. Okay, get rid of that. And now we're going to put this little package together, which is so cute. Okay, so I'm going to take these two pieces and do them like this so that the little tails stick out on either side. That'll be so cute. And then this bow will go at the top, like so. Before I glue this down, I want to create the tag for this, because the little tag is going to go like this. And I might want it to be tied on there with maybe some baker's twine. I think that'll be cute. So let's create the tag real quick. So I cut a strip of yellow paper just wide enough to give me a little bit of a border around this little scripture piece I cut out. So I'm just going to take this and put it into my trimmer and just kind of decide. I think I'm going to cut it at 3 3/4 to give me a nice little tag top. I think that'll be long enough. These are good ways to use up scraps when you're doing something like this. So let's get some punches out. Let's do an angle punch in the top corner to give it that tag feel, like that. Let's do a circle punch to put some string in. So I'm going to punch it with this crocodile real quick. So now we have a place to put some baker's twine. And now I'm going to glue this guy down. Our little scripture is going to go straight down. Just like this. That's so cute. I like that a lot. That is cute. Now let's see how we're looking. See, so this tag will hang here. I may want these to come down a little bit lower. I think I'm going to put them down as far as I can get them so you can kind of see them. I may even go behind the bows a little bit. Behind the loops. So you can really see them good. And then have this coming right here. Maybe like that. This is the part you just have to play with. I want the bow up a little bit because I want it to come off the package some so it looks like it's on the top of the package. That's cute like that. I think I'm just going to put a bow in here and not actually tie it around there. Let me get some baker's twine. So here's the baker's twine. I'm going to double it up because I like to do that whenever I'm tying bows. I think they look better when they're more than one thickness. Okay, so let's just tie a little bow. Cute. And I like the little streamers. That looks like a party. Okay, cut this loop, trim this off. And now I really didn't need that hole because now I'm just going to glue it down, but I still like it there. Now let's just stick this little guy into that glue, like so. Cute. Okay, let's put all this stuff together. So I'm going to put these kind of low, like I said. Just a little glue all the way down, just to kind of hold it in place. Put it about right here. And I'm going to do this one the same. That is cute. And this guy's going to go up here and the tag's going to cover it where that's not perfect. So let's put some glue here to put the little bow down. Now when I put this in the book, I'm going to let the book flatten it. So I'm not going to do the flattening. I'm going to let the book do that all on its own. Let's see, about like that I think. Be like we've smashed it in the book at that point. We're going to put our little tag here. Maybe I'll put it on some foam tape. Let's do that. That way it'll keep some dimension even though the book closes on it. Not too much, maybe just one thickness here. I'm going to peel this little guy off. Oh, I really like this. So if you make one, just remember you don't really have to have that hole that I thought I'd need. I like it. I think I'm going to glue these little ribbons down too. They're the little streamers. I like to do that sometimes because I like for them to kind of stay in place. Let me see where I want them to fall. Might even, I'm thinking if I should knot the ends of them. I don't know. Okay, I love how that one's falling, so I'm going to have to work with this one a little bit. So let's glue this into place. Right there. I'm going to put a little bit behind it here. That'll just kind of keep that doing its thing. And now I'm just going to twist this a little and see if it'll help it. Help it fall better. Well, that didn't help it, did it? It just doesn't want to lay as pretty as the other side. We're going to go with it. That's what it wants to do. So we're going to put some here. Just like this. And then I'm going to put a little under it up here to get that to stay down too. That's what I love about this fine tip. It's easy to put it where you need to put it. Wondering if I should glue these guys into place too. I tend to do that when I mess with baker's twine. I think I'm going to. I like how the movement is there. Put a little glue. Stick that down. Alright, let's put this into our book. Should I do a yellow background? I think yellow would really make that pop. I think I'm going to. So here's my journal. And this is a piece of yellow paper that I cut down to 8 by 10.5 so I'd have a little bit of room on the edges. You remember I told you that I found that if I don't cut the paper right to the same size as my journal page, I have a little less bulk. So that's what I've been doing. Use some glue on this guy. And put it into place. Something like that. It's going to be a bright and cheery page. I like this. I love when they're so different from each other. That's my favorite thing. Okay, so I think I need a little more glue under here. I'm going to take this fine tip and run it under there. That's not sticking real well. Now I'm just going to stick that into place. Feel better about that. Yep, much better. Okay, now let's put this guy down. Now I kind of want some blue behind him. so he'll pop out. Okay, I'm going to cut a piece of blue to give me a trim around behind him real quick. So let's see if that looks better. Let's see. It's just 6 1/4 by 6 1/4. Yep, see how much that's going to make that pop off the page. I like that much better. Okay, so let's adhere this guy down to that. of like just coming in the craft room with my scripture and not knowing exactly what I'm going to do and not have everything pre-cut. And that's kind of what I did today. I just had an idea of where I wanted to go, but nothing was pre-done. So just the thought process. So it's kind of fun to do that sometimes. Is that how you guys do it, or do you plan it out before you get into your craft room and spend a lot of time thinking? I even looked this scripture, like I looked at it earlier in the week, and I didn't get anything when I first looked at it, but then the second time when I got ready to do the journal piece, I was like, oh, the gift, that's what we want to do. The gift. I love it. I think it is super cute. I'm going to get right behind here and put some glue down on this bow because I should have put some and I didn't. I want to make sure it stays in the book for a long time. Now I'm going to squish it. This is the bad part. Let's just go ahead and do it. Just rip it off like a band-aid, right? Now let's see how bad it looks. Not too bad. It is squished, but you still get the idea. It's not bad. I think that's so cute. I hope you guys enjoyed this page. This was super fun. It kind of reminds me of a birthday party. So cute. And you know what? That's interesting because when we get saved, it's new birth. That's awesome. I love that. That is super cool. Well, okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. Since you didn't get to see last week's because my video completely failed on me, I do not know why it did that. I did that video like I do every other video, and I have over 700 videos on my channel that I have posted and never had that problem. But this video would not go up on my channel for anything. So let me show you what I did. So last week's scripture came from Romans. It's for all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God. And I had this page that was globe themed. And I really like that because it reminds me that, you know, for all, everybody in the world has sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. And then I had these strips of colorful paper and these little globe stickers. And I just thought that was so cute to add there. And then I used stickers for all the words. This all came with this paper pack, which I think was an Echo Park pack called Traveler. I think that's where that came from, but I can't remember for sure. But that is that one. And some of you guys like it when I do a little walk down memory lane, so you want to do one? I think it's fun to do it too. So this is the very first one we ever did together. How many of you were here from the very first one? Tell me in the comments below how many of you were here from this day. That's awesome. That'll be fun to know. And if you weren't here from the first day, as I flip through, tell me what day you started. That'll be cool. So there's this one. I'm filling the screen up pretty big, I know. There's a couple of them there. I'm just going to flip through and let you guys look at them. I've done this recently, and everybody was like, I really enjoyed the little walkthrough. I do too. I like going back and looking at them too. Check those out. Oops, my charm. The charm got in the way. Reminds me of, oh, I skipped. Because remember, I know, why is it still blank? I'll fix it. I say that every time, but I will fix it. And when I do, I'll show you. Little walkthrough. I love this. I kind of, now that I'm doing it in the journal, I think it would be fun to go back and make canvases for these. Because I think they'd be cool to have too. There you go. There's the walk down memory lane we're back to today. Thanks so much for joining us, guys. I hope you guys have a great Father's Day tomorrow, either with your fathers or just spending the day remembering Dad. That's awesome too. Hey, you guys are great. I appreciate you so much. I will talk to you next week when we do our next week of Scripture Art Journaling. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.